Spotlight over the city, and I'm here with the one and only, the big homie of all big homies, Mr. James Prince himself. What's going on, big homie?
Oh, yeah. What's up, DC?
I put the spotlight on your city.
The moral voice of the movie. I'm playing a old school cat that's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I'm gonna get them first, so that's how that's gonna work.
Yeah.
You got warrants in D.C.?
I got warrants all over the place. I got warrants in 6 countries.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby.
I'm a good number. I follow in the E class with the goggles. 96 models.
No, we can't take it. I can't take it.
The one and only Guy Lambert is in the building.
Put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight.
Say your spotlight over the city is on to something bigger than y'all think.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? Things happened, so I put a happened to that boy.
Oh, yeah.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars.
I'm backstage with the one and only Mr. Trey Chaney. Give it up one.
And when you in the DMV, you rocking the spotlight over the city.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars.
Spotlight over the city.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spotlight Over the City. I'm your host, Stan Long, along with the lovely Cherry T-Bomb Long. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Yes! We got a live audience today, you guys. Man, we got a good show for you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in over to Spotlight Over the City. Welcome DMV.
Yes.
Welcome ATL. Welcome the whole family, man. Ohio, Philly, everybody. We're going to shout you guys out at the end of the show. But
Yes.
thank you guys for tuning in. We'd love to have you. We appreciate it.
We
Let's
are
rock.
so happy to have everyone. We've got a lit show today. We've got a jam-packed show today. So we got to keep it moving tonight. But I wanted to give you all, we got to keep it moving tonight. Today's show is sponsored by. Oh, you talking about moving tonight? Like tonight? Okay.
Let's keep all that moving.
I'm ready. Today's show is sponsored by Urban Style Media, and we got some great guests in the building.
Yeah, shout out
Yes.
Hall Media, shout out Hall Mills Network, and Jeannie Jones out in LA. We can't forget you, boo. Before
Never
we get started,
forget her.
DC to LA, you already
Never
know.
forget her. But Stan is going to catch up later with the legendary Bizzy Bone from
I'm
Bone
excited.
Thugs and
Yeah,
Harmony.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yes,
is
he's going to be
legendary.
calling into the show, so you
And
all got to
and
stay
Bizzy
tuned
Bone
in
gonna tune in.
all night because that's going to be lit. But before
About
that,
7:45,
yeah, before that though, what y'all know about the longest living Jane Doe? What you know about that?
Well, when you say Jane Doe, explain that a little bit, because a lot of people.
Well, a lot of times you
what
use
is
the
that
name,
Jane Doe?
use the name Jane Doe. Sometimes if you don't know who you are, where you come from, John Doe, Jane Doe. So we're going to find out a little bit more about that. We've got a wonderful, amazing guest in the building, Monique Smith.
She has a great backstory.
Yeah, great story. And we got a lit singer in the building tonight, man. Jimani
Super
is
lit.
on fire. Y'all not
Listen,
ready.
Y'all got to get ready.
Y'all not ready.
Get ready so you don't have to get ready. 'Cause
Yeah,
this
stay
one
ready.
Right here, you got to be on your toes. You got to be.
Stay ready. All right.
Always have amazing guests, but this one is special, so stay tuned.
Yeah, Spotlight News is sponsored by Umbrella Therapeutic Services.
Umbrella
Yes.
Therapeutic Services, man, that's near and dear to our heart, right?
It sure is.
Shout out
CEO
to
Wes
homie Wes
Jones.
Jones.
Shout
Yes,
out
sir.
to you. Umbrella Therapeutic Services is DC's most reliable and trusted behavioral health organization. They provide community support, medication management, therapy for individuals and groups. Any DC resident ages 5 through 100 are eligible for their services. They take Medicare, Medicaid, private health insurance programs. So if you need their services, contact them at 1-888-793-4357. Again, that number is 1-888-793-4357. And tell them Spotlight Over the City sent you.
Yes. 85
Yes.
to 100, right?
All right, we've been talking about this all week. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it, but we got to talk about it again because it happened right here in the DMV in Prince George's County. Unfortunately, a tragedy occurred earlier this week over at the Popeyes in Oxon Hill, Maryland, where a young man, Kenneth Tyrell Davis, 28 years old, lost his life. He was fatally stabbed to death outside of the Popeyes, and it's been a lot of different stories. The first story the media put out was he got killed over a chicken sandwich. Well, it's not over the chicken sandwich.
Let's just dispel that right here, right now on Spotlight.
Yeah.
The media is always trying to put a spin on something. In this case, they tried to make us look like a bunch of buffoons, as though we was out fighting over chicken sandwiches. Not so. This could have been a line at any theater or wherever. It's just two people had a disagreement. Some people say they knew each other, right? We're getting two different stories.
Yeah,
Some people say they had a prior knowledge of each other. Some people are saying the one gentleman that did the cutting in front of was familiar to that Popeyes. He was in the area a lot, or whatever the case is. So maybe that's
and he
why
came in there that night kind of like, yeah, I'm getting in line in front of whoever I want to get in front of. And the person that he cut in line in front of apparently didn't like that, didn't take well to that. Stan and I talked about it on our live feed one day this week.
Yeah, very unfortunate situation. Someone lost their life and another person's on the run.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Unfortunate situation.
And so, no, it's not about a Popeyes chicken sandwich. It's just not.
But it is about not having a true value to me for just, life. And I told Stan this, and I told a lot of people this week. People are too angry, too impatient, not having a value for, the next day. And I just want people to really, really, really do better. We got to do better, y'all. We really do.
We do have to do better in all areas, but I'm gonna just touch on this. I'm not getting in no damn line for 2 hours for nothing that God made. It's just nothing that heaven.
You wouldn't stand in line to get to
my
me?
My favorite restaurant is Houston's, and I won't stand in line. If you tell me it's a 2-hour wait, I'm on the gas. I got to go.
You got to go.
So Popeyes haven't made nothing worth 2 hours of
I ain't mad at that.
I don't know why us people find the need to stand in the line.
Yeah.
For 2-3 hours anyway.
I did it the first time around. Your wife did that, and
you a foodie though, so
I'm a foodie.
I was sure you was gonna do it, but Stan is not gonna.
And for me, it was just okay. So
anyway, yeah. So the report wasn't even that great.
For me. Okay. So moving on. T.I. Did you hear about this?
I did.
T.I. said he going to the gynecologist once a year with his 18-year-old daughter, Deja. He said, I'm going because I need to make sure her hymen is still in. Y'all know, you know what a hymen is?
That's when you have sex, you break the hymen inside of a female's area. Yeah. And so it's the area, it'll let you know that you have, you're no longer a virgin.
Right. Yeah, social
what
media.
Do you got? I'm cleaning it up, Fran. Hey, Fran, I had you in mind, baby.
Social media is not taking well to this. T.I. is out of line, in my opinion. Out of line for going to the gynecologist with your 18-year-old daughter to make sure she's still a virgin. T.I., were you a virgin at 18?
So my whole thing is, first of all, did this young lady know that this was something that he was going to publicly announce? Because it's embarrassing.
Probably not. He probably has embarrassed his daughter.
It's embarrassing to be in public telling people that that's what's going on. It's a personal issue, very personal issue, right?
Yeah.
Second of all, at 18, why do you feel the need to still do that? With your daughter.
Well, I don't understand it.
Tip, you my man, right? I rock with you hard. But come on,
you out of line.
You gotta let it go a little bit. Like you just gotta trust a little bit in your daughter. You gotta have a little bit of trust. I wish my
mom or my dad would have been like, I'm going with you to the gynecologist when you're 18. No, you're not.
What you gonna do? You can say no?
No, you're not going. First of all, I didn't even tell them about my appointments. You ain't even knowing when I'm going to the gynecologist because at 18, I didn't want them to know my business. I had business by 18.
You did. So
yes.
Couldn't you set your own appointments though?
Yes.
All the ladies out. Can you set your own doctor's appointment
you can
for
do
that
it
kind of situation at 18?
You can do it. You can set your own appointment for a gynecologist at 16.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't know that.
Yeah, because yes. So
he's just an overly caring parent, though. I mean, he really wants to see this young lady through.
Not just caring, that's controlling. Like, come on now.
It is a little controlling. Tip. I tried to work with you, Tip. It's right.
So he's out of line. T.I., you get a strike for that. But you still the
homie, though.
Yeah, you still the homie.
Of course, yeah.
Whitney Houston's former BFF. You remember her, Robin Crawford? She was she used to be like
the one she was allegedly sleeping with.
Yeah, allegedly. Well, Robin just released.
I didn't say it. Yeah.
Robin just released her tell-all book, and she admits that she and Whitney had a physical / emotional romantic relationship, and I've read some of the stuff in the book already, and she talked about how Whitney made her break it off because it wasn't good for her career, and she was really hurt by that. But they had a relationship. Yeah, and she wrote the book, and it's called A Song for You. I'm actually, because I'm a Whitney fan to the end, I'm gonna read that whole book.
I already thought that they was together. I thought that they were having a situation. Bobby didn't like it. They didn't get along.
They didn't get along.
Of that situation.
Yep.
And so I don't know that the book is good though. Once you passed on, it's kind of hard for me to accept things once you passed on because you can't stand on your name. You can't defend yourself. You can't say that's a lie. That's true. And so people can write anything about you once you passed on.
Very true.
I wouldn't support
I'll read it and I'll tell you about it.
Yeah, because I'm not going to support that.
Yeah. Spotlight Sports. I only have one thing for Spotlight Sports today. Yeah. I just wanted to say hey to the relief pitcher of the Washington Nationals. His name is Sean Doolittle. The team, they're the champions. So congrats again to the Washington Nationals. They're the 2019 Major League Baseball champions. And they went to the White House on Monday, and Sean Doolittle said, "No, I'm not. I ain't going."
Doolittle said it out. Doolittle said, "I don't believe now." Now a lot of people say it was disrespectful, so let me address them. That's why I brought it up. A lot of people say that's disrespectful not to go to the White House.
I don't agree.
Well, it depends on how much regard you hold the White House to.
Right.
Well, if you have a president that's non-presidential like our president,
he's not
then
mine.
He makes the president not a welcoming place. Like I wouldn't want to go there because of his views.
Yeah.
And his prejudices and all the things that he stood for in the White House. I can't stand on it. So why would I be excited to go see someone who I don't even agree with, like?
Well, that's how Sean Doolittle felt. He said as much as he wanted to be with his teammates and experience that moment, he could not compromise his beliefs. He further explained that there are a lot of the president's policies that he strongly disagrees with. And his decision to not visit the White House was mostly about the divisive rhetoric and the enabling of conspiracy theories and widening the divide of this country. And Sean Doolittle said, "I'm not interested." So
shout out to you, Sean.
Shout out
to you.
I
ain't mad at that, Mr. Doolittle. And plus, you pitched a good game too when you came into relief. So, good stuff. I like it.
Yeah, good stuff. So that's all I got.
So let me ask you something. If we have a team, right? Do you think it's disrespectful if we win? And we get invited to the White House and you be like, Stan, I ain't going. Do you think that they should look at you as being disrespectful? And if not, then why?
No, I think that, I'm an individual. We won. Part of me being the team is what we were doing all season as a team.
Right.
Now, this part should be voluntary. And if I'm not, I don't believe in this man's practices so it's fake if I go.
So as devil's advocate, I'm going to say, well, why are you not just being a team player then? Just do it for the team. We all don't have the same beliefs as him. So why you won't go with us anyway?
Apparently, y'all don't all have this. Y'all with it. A lot of y'all was there and was with it. And if you weren't, you were faking. And I don't fake. So
I saw they happy asses sitting up there.
Yeah.
What's the boy? One time I thought he was about to pass out. He was so excited.
I know.
Jesus was there.
I'd not tell me
like,
about it.
wow,
So
okay.
yeah. So anyway,
let's move on.
Moving on.
That's the end of the news?
That's the end of the news, my
okay,
love.
But you did a great job on Spotlight News. We didn't have a whole lot of news today, so we'll move on.
Moving on.
Okay, this next segment is Black Facts. You guys, I do Black Facts to let people know that we do amazing things still in the community today, but to remind people of the things that we have done in the past that's super amazing so you won't forget that it's possible. So today, Black Facts. On November 5th, 1968, Shirley Chisholm, a New York Democrat, was the first black woman elected to Congress.
Oh.
The first black woman elected to Congress.
That's right.
So that's Black Facts for today.
That's right.
Our next segment, Spotlight Shining Star. That's my favorite segment.
Yes,
Why
it
is that
is.
so? Because someone amazing is doing something amazing in the community. Rich, poor, famous, not known, whoever it is. And we just love to shout out them and say, great job, great job, great job.
Yes.
Today is going to be a surprise for you guys. A lot of people are going to say, how did he make it? I'm doing this because I want you to really do your homework on this young man and tell me why I chose him. Today's Spotlight Shining Star is Byron Allen.
Oh.
They say Byron Allen. Yes. Byron Allen is a bad dude. Let me tell you something. Byron Allen is a billionaire, first of all. Never knew that. But Byron Allen is really, really strong when it comes to community activism and putting money where his mouth is and doing things. Like, for instance, Byron Allen has bought a company that allows us, people like me making films, to put your film directly into the theater. The people who allow that to happen, he now owns that company.
I know that's right.
Right? Major things. So I'll just give you the rundown on him. Byron Allen is a black comedian, formerly TV producer, philanthropist, and founder, owner, and CEO of USA TV Production Company. Entertainment Studios is the name of it. Entertainment Studios.
All right.
He owns about 7 or 8 networks. I don't want to misquote him. He's very powerful. Right now, let me explain to y'all why I'm bringing this to your attention. He's suing Comcast, right? Comcast has come up with something to where now they've gotten political with it. They're going so hard is where they're trying to strip us down and take us back to the 1800s with your rights. They're trying to strip away your rights, and they put that in there as a leveraging, bargaining tool to get this young man to drop this lawsuit. Do you understand what I just told y'all? This would set you back years and years and years as far as who you are as a people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't even know this is happening. This is based on Byron Allen. So please go and Google this situation. If you want to hear the interview with him talking about this, go to the Breakfast Club after this show, and you can pull up the Byron Allen Breakfast Club segment, and then you can see exactly what I'm talking about when I say Byron Allen is definitely that dude. One of the most respected dudes in the industry.
Yeah.
Byron, one of the most powerful dudes in the industry, Byron Allen. So today's Spotlight Shining Star. Salute to you, sir.
All right, well,
Mr.
salute
Byron
to you,
Allen.
sir. Thank you for that, honey. I love it.
Well, we have to end it. We supposed to educate.
I
Right?
love
Gotta
it.
let people know what's going on out here. And so Byron Allen is that dude. So I just want you to Google him so you can find out why. Don't take my word for it.
Okay, then. Well, you know what? Coming up after this quick commercial break, we have got the longest living Jane Doe. The lovely Monique Smith is going to join us and give us her story after
And
this.
her backstory is amazing, you
Yes.
guys. So make sure you don't go nowhere. Stay locked and loaded. And we'll be right back after this commercial. Spotlight over the city.
Yeah.
In 1990, Washington, D.C. saw more than 470 homicides, earning it the label murder capital of the U.S.
Shit, there you go right there. Hey, listen, when y'all pull over to the side, I'm going to go in here and rush this dude. When y'all see me rushing, y'all rush in about 30 seconds. Give me about 30 seconds and rush the door. He ain't gonna know what hit him.
What's up with you, man? How you feel, dude? Good, man. What's going on with you, man?
Man, I gotta tell you about this meeting, my nigga.
Oh, yeah, all right, how'd that go?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to see. I went and talked to the Diamonds the other day, man. I don't know, man. It's been a little funny.
Yeah,
I can't really say,
Uh-huh.
but I got a funny feeling that these dudes are feeling at me, son.
Sure. You already know what it is. Wait for Black to get in there, give us the signal, run up in the joint, snatch this nigga up, get this bread, spaz out.
When you leave here, you gonna go get something? Yeah.
What's up, miss?
It's about time. Somebody keep calling here. Hang it up. You've been gone. Somebody hang it up. Hang it up. What's going on?
All right.
All right,
you guys
thank
later.
you. All right, take care. No, hang it up. When you hear, all day long. Every time you leave, all day long.
I'm going down the city. This is my birthday. I ain't shooting all this shit, man. What? They ain't say nothing?
Nothing at all. Just keep calling. Hang it up. When you ain't here, ring. Nobody's saying nothing.
Probably one of them damn females. You know how they do. Get this shit in. It's my 28th birthday.
Let's get it in. I'm
We
ready
closed,
to go.
man. Well, man.
We are closed.
Get down.
Just let me up.
Get this nigga this money, man. Else he gonna kill you.
I don't got no. I'm gonna take you to some money. Just let me up.
All right, get your ass up there. Come on.
Get me up, man.
Let's go.
Just get me up. I'm gonna take you to some money, man. It's tripping.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, and we have us a +1 in the building. I'm gonna let Wifey
Yes, we
introduce her
do.
today.
Yes, we have a +1 in the building. We have the lovely Monique Smith joining us on set. Y'all give it up for the Longest Living Jane Dow. Thank you so much for coming to Spotlight Over the City. We are so glad to have you here with us this evening to share with us some of your amazing story. I don't want to tell it all. Stan says I have a habit of telling the story myself, so I'm gonna let you tell it. But I did again want to introduce you all, the Longest Living Jane Doe, right here in the DMV, Monique Smith, and I guess I would just start off by just saying, how did you discover that your identity was not yours? Like, that is the leading questions that's going to give you an opportunity to give us the story.
Oh my goodness. So officially, and thank you again for inviting me to the show. This is phenomenal. I've been following you guys and sharing it out because you guys are doing such a dynamic job in the community. But I discovered in 1996, when I was attempting to graduate a business school in Baltimore City, that my identity wasn't mine. And it took me to actually dive into it because I wasn't thinking. In my childhood, I was constantly, Mom, where's my birth certificate? And I was always met with just abrasive tones and attitudes. So I just played it off. In high school, all the friends were, I hate my mother. They lost their privileges, curfew. So I was the same way. I hate my mother. I played it off. But then I said, you know what? Let me apply to all the municipals and find out, how come I've never seen my birth certificate? And sure enough, the Board of Education, the Department of Social Service, baptismal papers, once they all started coming in the mail, I saw the inconsistencies in the name and the date of birth, and all of the childhood experiences came to me. Remembering as a child talking to a cousin, oh, that's not, your mother. What do you mean? I'm mad at you. I'm going to take your toy. Well, I'm going to tell your mom. Well, she's not your mother anyway. But, you don't think those things as a child. Same thing in school. We all went and got driver's ed classes. As soon as you got done driver's ed, of course, you can go get your license. But I never had the birth certificate. Epic fail again. You can't drive my car. I can't afford to put you on my insurance. So again, you're not thinking.
Things that was being told to kind of.
Exactly. I just want to tell the world that there's a population of missing children that have been stolen. We're hearing the stories revealing themselves every single day.
Wow.
We heard about Connellina White, 3 days old in a New York hospital, snatched. We again heard it recently with Mosby. She was, shown that the woman sat her down and said, yes, I have to admit to you, I stole you. I've been telling my story since 1996, before there was a John Walsh, before this happened in the early 60s. So I was trying to tell the world that I know I was a child that was stolen. No one would believe me. So I continued to pursue everything. I got listed in the National Center of Missing Exploited Children. I am 120-1298. My DNA is in the registry with missing unidentified people. People do not understand that if the law enforcement come across a body that no one claims at a crime scene, they still have to ID the body with the DNA and the picture. Homeless victims in abandoned homes, under park benches, you have to record them. 10, 20 years later, someone may go back and look for their loved one, but no one checks the coroner's office. No one checks the morgue. So unfortunately, for many years, my DNA was in the registry with deceased people. And I said, this can't be true. And, just continuing to pursue it. So I wrote a book because I had to tell my children.
Let's see.
It's called I Am the Ancestor. But before I die, I must share my story.
I know that.
And no one would believe me. I shouted on a mountaintop and I said, if I die before my children become of age, the government's going to take my home. They're not going to give my children, because I couldn't prove that I was their mother.
Right.
And unbeknownst to me, every time I had a child, I put a fake name on it. Well, that was in 2011. I raised over $60,000, donated to charities that had everything to do with missing children and human trafficking. But I was still unidentified. So I'm Longest Living Jane Doe because the Salvation Army has been around well before the 1800s. I cannot help you.
Wow.
We cannot help. Yeah, I have a document that says you now need to go to Missing Persons International. So I was still like livid. I had to be somebody.
Right.
And I refused to die a nobody. So I was just obedient because I knew I had to be obedient to God, myself, and my children. So this year I released a movie because it's dubbed I Am the Longest Living Jane Doe. No name, no birth date, didn't know how old I was, can't get a passport. And now that Maryland has this new smart ID, which requires you to bring those documentations to be able to have a regular driver's license. I've never left the country. I can't get a passport.
Wow.
So the movie did so well. I was really just excited about what happened. And again, just taking the proceeds, helping out in the community when it comes to missing children. But on September the 16th,
of this year,
there's a child that's missing in North Carolina, and someone contacted me and said she vanished. She was 5 years old, and I said, "Well, I don't think I'm 62." I got the Vivica Fox, trying to hold that age down, but I don't think I'm 62.
No way.
Yeah, but they contacted NamUs, did the protocol, and unfortunately, I wasn't. The little girl's still missing, so we alerted the sheriff to cease without contacting the parents, just to not have that emotional tug. But because of that, someone else reached out, and my DNA actually was in a portal, and I found that there are 7 girls. All of us are still alive, separated. Our mother passed away. Her name was Margaret Conyers.
You about to make me cry.
I know.
You have 7 siblings.
It's 7 of us all together. And my sister, who's 60, her name is Veronica Conyers. I just met her this year. Wow. And she said, I look for you every day, and we couldn't find you because our mother died. And we thought you were dead. And shockingly, she died of a heroin overdose, and we were children. And it's just that sad. And she wanted to say that once I found you, we were going to go to the burial site because they were all minors. We couldn't even bury our mom. And I was 1 when I was stolen. And it's just so unfortunate that she couldn't even go to the burial site. Because the gentleman who buried our mother passed away. So this year we're working now. Yeah, so we reunited. It went viral on social media, which is great. I didn't know she showed up. Her kids flew in. My daughter's 30. Her son's 40. And he said, "Oh, my God, my mother has been looking for your mother since I was 16. And my daughter said, my mother has been looking for your mother ever since I could remember. And so I'm no longer Jane Doe. I found out my biological name. I've talked to all of my sisters, and she's planning a sister reunion in April.
I want to come.
Yes. It's a big deal because my whole campaign has been telling the world all missing children aren't dead. Have hope. We have agencies that are out there. We have private detectives that are out there. We have individuals who volunteer after they're done with their careers, and they're finding more and more children. And this is why no one was looking for me. My mother died, had 7 children by the time she was 26. She passed away at 34. She had no sisters and brothers, and my grandparents were gone, so there was no one looking for me. Yeah, and my sister was looking for a death certificate because all of the years she could never find me.
Oh my gosh!
Were you actually stolen, so to speak, or adopted?
Right now, there's a state police report that has been filed since 2012, and it's still in process because the woman who raised me is still alive.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not.
Now, what's the relationship you have with the woman that raised you?
Oh, no. When I wrote the book, it was my breaking point. My breaking point was, I know you, I know what you did. I know what your family did. And at this stage of the game, you should reveal how did you acquire me? And she basically said she would go to her grave, which led me to believe that it was definitely some illegal activities, which I've discovered there were. And because of that, we're still waiting for the rest of the DNA to happen. But I'm just very grateful for the organizations like NAMUS, the National Center for Exploited Children, the State Police Department, all of the entities that people do not think of going, which is to the morgue in the coroner's office.
So what's next for you? Like the movie came out, you've got the book out. What is next for you to spread this? Your story is just amazing.
It's really weird. I feel just to tell people again to have hope, never give up.
Yeah.
I stayed obedient to my dreams, my wishes. I wanted to leave a legacy for my kids.
Yes.
It was a horrible story, but I wanted to leave that legacy. Of course, if Ellen would call and let me know, and Tyler Perry has that new studio.
They gonna call.
Yeah,
we're just putting it out there right now. Y'all call her.
I want to talk to you after this about your story.
Yeah.
So as far as the film is concerned,
Yes.
It was a one showing type situation.
No. I'm still premiering it. I premiered it at the Senator Theater, and I also did one viewing, a screening in Waldorf, and we're scheduled to go to Hotel RL December the 7th in New York.
Okay.
So they're actually sponsoring a book signing. It's almost like a trifecta. So you get the author, you get the movie, and the book.
Yeah, I want to talk to you. I want to introduce you to some people.
Thank you.
Actually put this film all the way out there. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk.
Yes, your story is definitely amazing.
Yes, it is.
I have so many questions that I'll just ask you offset.
Yeah.
I'm really
we have a lot more
different things.
We gotta.
Well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And again, the message of hope, that's so powerful, just to believe and just stay obedient to your dreams.
So what gave you hope before you get off? Like, because in those situations, it's hard to be hopeful. Because what do you hope for at that point?
My kids. I just wanted to make sure that I left something of substance for my children. If anything happened to me, that was the end of our world, our lineage. There was no, so I couldn't say that you have good hair because we have Cherokee Indian. We hear that all the time. Or your great-great-grandmother worked in a white. There was no story. So I gifted this exactly. But we have one.
To be productive on top of it all.
Very, very much so. I mean, even right now, we are the largest minority African-American company that's doing underground construction in the city of Baltimore. No one's doing that.
What's the name of your company?
It's R.E. Harrington Plumbing and Heating. And we are just been around for like 20 years, and we are the largest minority company. That's really just, it's really hard to say what is underground construction, changing out fire hydrants and water meters and services, but that was a big piece. That's a huge legacy. To be a nobody, to become somebody, that's hope in itself.
Yeah, you was always somebody. They just didn't know who that
that's
body
right.
was.
And we are so grateful that you decided to come and share your story on our platform.
Thank you again.
Anything that we can do or our platform can do to help move this along for you, you let us know.
Will do.
Because we are family now, right? And so after this next commercial break, though, y'all, we've got to have Jimani come and give us a live performance. So I hope you can hang around for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. You all give it up one more time for our guest, Monique Smith. Had me up here crying, girl. All right. So after that, we're going to do a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Spotlight over the city.
Spotlight over the city.
Sweet, 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 yeah. And baby, it's the way you make me smile, makes me go the extra mile. And I know that it's been a while since I kicked it with you, with you, with you, with you. We're a team undefeated. You love me so good, I could just see that. Catching vibes on sight. Only you feed this appetite. Tell you the truth, got a sweet tooth for you. Nothing to lose, baby, gon' make you move, yeah. Cause your love is outstanding, and you're sweet like candy. I can't control the need, the way you unwrap me. Baby, take the lead, make me beg and plead. Cause you're sweet like candy, and I can't get enough. Baby, giving me a sugar rush. Got me ready by the feel of your touch. And I can't believe you're sweet like candy, and I can't get enough. Baby, giving me a sugar rush. Got me ready by the feel of your touch. And I can't believe you're sweet like candy. You knock me right off my feet. You the essence is indulging. Cause what we have is major, like my lifesaver. Ooh, I love your flavor. You know everything about me. Our chemistry's amazing. It's the little things you do to keep me going, make me feel like we are still at the beginning. Tell you the truth, got a sweet tooth for you. Nothing to lose, baby, gon' make you move, yeah. Cause your love is outstanding, and you're sweet like candy. I can't control the need, the way you unwrap me. Baby, take the lead, make me beg and plead. Cause you're sweet like candy, and I can't get enough. Baby, give me a sugar rush. Got me ready by the feel of your touch. And I can't believe you're sweet like candy, and I can't get enough. Baby, give me a sugar rush. Got me ready by the feel of your touch. And I can't believe you're sweet like candy. Sweet, sweet, sweet. My baby so sweet, sweet, sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spotlight Over the City. And as promised, I have the lovely Jimani. Let's give it up, y'all. Woo!
Thank you. Okay, we're going a cappella. Yeah. Problems started so small. Yay, I'm dealing with withdrawal. Oh, yeah. I'm reminiscing on all these memories. I'm thinking of what me and you used to be. Yeah. You still have the keys to my heart, baby. Question is, do you deserve me? I don't know, baby.
Just a little bit about you. Tell them how they can support your music, what you have coming up, anything that you want our viewers and listeners to know. Here is your opportunity.
Okay. I'm Jimani Love. I'm 16 years old, surprisingly. I keep a 4.0 GPA throughout doing music and hair. I'm a hairstylist. I did my own hair tonight and my makeup, so period. And I have 3 singles out right now: Problems, All I Need, Candy, and you can support me by streaming my songs on all music platforms. And that's me.
Spotlight over the city.
Stick to the G code. Slow it down, slow mo, let them freeload. 14 with a dope house, here we go. That was back in the days, yeah, that was B-Bone. Medical inside of my body, now that it's legal. All I know is I'm from the land of the callers, and anybody come across this, you gon' people with a good verse, evil in the bad verse, new wave. Same game, motherfucker made a new thing. All I know is shit changed when my crew came. I was rapping and singing in 92, get your money, man. Straight from the gutter, I leave them bloody, man. I got murder on my mind on a sunny day. 8 wives like a Middle East king. With they money, hungry women, I'ma make them palm they ring. Every day on the grind, little busy in his prime. You can keep them little dimes, I don't give a nigga time. I don't give him any fines. You can dig it, you can chime. You can feel it, you can vibe. You can steal it, you can lie. Hard code, I'm alive. See it's every sign, we gon' ride to the time code. Break Mandela's in bed on your fellas, I'ma read every line till we die. Divine soul, sever every spine, every mind blow. Let me do my mind mode wide. I'm fly hole, nigga, you never lied on Cairo. Sand dipping in Miami, I'm sly, yo. Getting money and I'm dripping in my bio. Lost many lives in the past, yo. Big B, Nina Ross and Capo. Rasu by the po-po ass coat. All I know is I'ma get ass. It's all I know now. It's all I know now. It's embedded in my soul now. My heart is turned cold now. It's all I know. All I know there's nowhere else to go. In a world so cold. stuck shit. Murder, shoot you in the cloud. Bitch, I'm a gun, my son is from one of them. Double black, double barrels on the blind. You never watch everyone. Look out for the killers, I'm always observing, even the scary ones. But those be the ones that'll get you if there is. Don't think I don't carry one. As soon as I land in the city, we never been afraid to bury one. All the points on you, dumb. Little easy, rest in peace, tell them where we come from. Fuck every dirty needle in that acupuncture stun gun.
Oh, if you ready to die for the respect of your mind, stick by my side, and never leave me again like your brother behind. That's what he said.
Bone Thugs and Harmony in the building. Give it up one time. Woo! What's going on, Bizzy?
Yo, what's good?
Hey, man.
You already know, Bizzy Bone.
Hey, for sure. Hey, it's a great thing to have you in the building, man. Welcome to Spotlight of the City. Welcome to the DMV, DC Zone. Glad to have you, brother.
Glad to be here.
Hey, so Bone, I ain't gonna hold you long, man. We're gonna get right into it, man. The new album, Carbon Monoxide. I heard it. I love it. You showed a whole bunch of versatility on it, man. What you think?
Yeah, definitely. We wanted to put out an entire piece of material, an entire body of work. That's what we wanted. We got what we wanted, and we're loving it.
Yes, so a lot of people already know, in case they don't know, this is one of the originals from Bone Thugs and Harmony. But now Bizzy Bone is doing a whole bunch of things on his own. So Bizzy, tell them a little bit about you. For those who don't know you outside of Bone Thugs and Harmony, let them know what you're about and let them know what you got going on today. Besides Carbon Monoxide, as we already know, one of the hottest albums out right now. Let them know what your projects are like and what you got coming up.
First and foremost, Bone Thugs and Harmony, we've been doing this for a long time. Since we were very young. And we branch off from time to time to do projects. But this particular project, as you said, is Carbon Monoxide. We're shooting videos for almost every song, getting visuals. We're really going out there and hitting the dirt and touching the people and, doing shows and meetings and meet and greets and the proper merchandise. So we're bringing the full onslaught of material. And just what we're going to be doing for the next 3 or 4 years is basically this blueprint.
Got you. So we're going to get a little personal a little bit because I did my homework. And from what I learned, you were involved, your father actually kidnapped you when you were young, like 4 or 5 years old for like a year and a half. Would you like to elaborate a little bit on that? How did that affect you?
I mean, when you're young, you go introvert, or you said that's where that path music and the story was actually, we finished it in a biopic form. So that's what we're doing right now.
Got you. So let me ask you this, Bizzy. Who was one of your most influential people? Because you're one of the only artists that we are familiar with that did a song with Biggie as well as Pop, and both were hits. So what was one of your biggest influences as far as music is concerned?
I think it was a combination of Motown, a combination of groups, Michael Jackson, the entire hip-hop generation. I think it was that, whether breakdancing, graffiti, and all of those different things that inspired me to become what I am. And so I drew from all of those inspirations because I came up as a child in that genre. So that's basically the influence, and musically, of course.
going back to your early start, you started off early in the game, so you were one of the early pioneers. You were like 14, 15. And so let us know a little bit about how you got to even get all the way into the industry. We know Eazy-E, rest in peace with him, had a lot to do with your influence. So how did you guys even meet Eazy-E?
Well, we did it the old school way. We created a record. We brought the record with us from Cleveland, and we went to each and every record label that we possibly could. We stayed out in Los Angeles for about 8-9 months until finally somebody caught a buzz about, okay, who are these guys and where are these guys? Yeah, I checked them out. I went to several people and we hooked up with Eazy-E, somebody at his office. And then basically the rest is history. So it was a grassroots campaign, and it was.
For sure, for sure. Well, you guys are the hardest grinders in the industry. Your music is transcending. You're now making noise as a solo artist, and we love it. So, what's one of the hardest challenges about not being in the group?
You said what's one of the hardest times?
Yeah, challenges. What are some of the hard challenges that you face being independent, as opposed to having artists around you, such as your brothers that you come up with in the industry? Just being on the road by yourself and doing it by yourself. What's one of the hardest challenges that you face?
The challenges, the hardest challenges. Well, I mean, the challenges on the road really didn't have too many. I was been on the road so long that becomes easy for me. I've been putting together records for so long, it becomes normal and natural, or I probably wouldn't do it. So I'm seasoned enough because of that to take on things on my own, whether it's on stage or my breathing routine. I'm always working out, I'm always doing cardio. So really no challenges at all. My guys support me. It's pretty well rounded, and I think this project really gives that vibe of everything is so good, I had to do it.
Yeah, well, you're doing an amazing job, bro. I mean, we love to see you out there doing your thing. A lot of the younger people don't remember Bone Thugs and Harmony, actually, so they're not familiar with your music. So they're getting familiar now with this Carbon Monoxide album. So I noticed that when you came out, you came straight out the door with St. Clair Thug, which is a lit song. And then in the middle, you threw a skit in there, and it was funny skit. You already know that Obama skit was hilarious. And then you ended it with another song, Carbon Monoxide. So what we see in there is a lot of versatility. A lot of artists are not that versatile, and you seem to be one of those artists that are really, really versatile, and we appreciate your music. And just want to say congratulations on the album. And basically, I want to know where we can find you, what you got coming up next, and let them know where they can get at you to get all of your music.
All right, well, first and foremost, I want to thank you very, very much, because not a lot of guys actually listen to the record, and people that interview you and people in the media and things of that nature actually listen to you in order to give you that honest review. So that is greatly appreciated, because it is my product, and I do want people to ultimately get it and listen to it and enjoy it. So thank you first and foremost on that. Well, you can find me pretty much anywhere on social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook. On Instagram, Mr. McCain, MrMCCANE. On Facebook, I am Bizzy Bone. And also my YouTube channel on Thursday and Saturday, which is Jam TV. So you type in Bizzy Bone, Jam TV, Bizzy Bone. And that's basically where you can find me. And please don't forget to follow all of Bone Thugs and Harmony, each one of the members. And thank you, Carbon Monoxide, on and on.
So before you get out of here, I want to touch on something a little funny that I thought was hilarious. You guys went so hard, you got on a bus and went out to LA. Right? You said you were scared to fly at the time, so you guys got on a bus, got to LA, and didn't really know a lot of plugs out there, but you went so hard you showed up at Tone Loke's door, right? And I thought that was hilarious. So I was like, how did you even figure out where he lived, and why Tone Loke?
You said when we walked to Tone Loke?
Yeah, you guys ended up in his door and actually singing for him at his home, and didn't really have a plug in LA at the time, and you guys made it away from there. But how did you end up showing up at Tone Loke's house?
I mean, when people in the neighborhood know other people in the neighborhood in Los Angeles, and somebody said, look, this is where Tone Loc stay at. Y'all are talented as hell. Go walk to his house so he can hear y'all. And we've got the number through the grapevine and of someone through the grapevine. And that's how we did it. And we walked there, and he at least gave us an ear and gave us the extra inspiration to keep going forward and keep pushing, because, you know, we was always knocking on doors, but that's that story.
Got you. So you guys always had that opening door type of mentality where you wasn't waiting on nothing, but you guys actually went out there and kicked the door in. And when Easy heard you guys, I heard he went crazy. And I'll fast forward the story on how you guys actually had lost contact for 1 second when he was trying to pick you guys up and the phone was in another room or whatever the case is. And you ended up going back to a show and hooking up with Easy, and next thing you know, he signed you guys right there and y'all went right to work. Amazing story, man. You brothers are amazing. Bizzy Bone, you are amazing, man. And I just want to say thank you for being a part of Spotlight Over the City.
Hey, man, thank you so very, very, very much, man. You guys be great out there, man, and much success to you and yours. On and on and on. You're a very talented brother. And, you know, I'm only imagining how good your staff is. So have a good one yourself, man. God bless you guys.
Man, we appreciate you. And whenever you in DC, we definitely want to get you in the building. I love your story. I love to talk to real ones. You are definitely a real one in the industry, not just an industry cat, but a real cat with a real story. Wifey, this is a husband and wife show, so Wifey in here begging me to ask a question. I'm going to let her ask you, and then I'm going to let you go.
Busy. This is Terry Long. This is T-Bomb Long. How are you?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Listen, we got a lot of questions in our inbox, but the two biggest questions, one was, can we expect to see a Bone Thugs and Harmony reunion anytime soon in concert live?
Yeah, I see it happening in, you know, like 4 or 5 years. You know, do the big reunion. You know, the books, the movies, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So I see the build up happen, and they're already whispering about it now. So all those things take about 3-4 years to formulate. So I see it, yeah, definitely on and on. It's a big business. It's a major brand, and it's 5 guys working for the same goal. So I'm not by myself at any given time. So it's definitely happening, and they're definitely playing.
Wonderful. And then what about you yourself as an individual? Carbon monoxide, are you going to go out anywhere where we can come and see you? I actually listened to the album with my husband, and I was in there rocking with him, and I love it. So I want to see you in concert. Can we see that Bizzy Bone anytime soon?
In the DMV?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I already actually went on a concert run in the States. If you're ever in Melbourne, if you're ever in Brazil, if you're ever in Australia, during that time. So those are my next dates. I'm getting married very, very soon as well.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. My first dates are going to be overseas. I get married. I got a few more going on overseas, and then we'll probably do about 40 or 50 cities in the States. So maybe I can come back on and we can talk about that next, huh?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes. Perfect. No maybe. Spotlight Over the City anytime. You are welcome.
I totally appreciate you guys very, very much. Class act, for real.
All right, Bizzy. We know you busy, man. We know you out there rocking, so keep doing your thing. We got to get out of here. We're going to let you get up free. So, again, thank you for being a part of Spotlight Over the City, man. We love you and keep rocking.
Love. Thank you guys as well. Take care.
All right. Yes.
The one and only Bizzy Bone.
Bizzy Bone, y'all. Give it up. Woo! Yes, baby. Good. Great job.
All right, you guys. What you think? Bizzy Bone in the building. You guys make sure you go and cop that Carbon Monoxide album. It's lit. It's actually very versatile, and he did show a lot of versatility on that album because I saw some old school, I heard some new school, and so he kind of like combinated it together. He got a couple of skits on it that's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't get into that too much. I'll let you guys, when you listen to it, you can check it out. But you got anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Great show. You did a great interview. I'm super hyped about it. So good job.
We couldn't get all the questions in because I couldn't hear him that well, but
yeah.
I wanted to get more questions in, but I knew we didn't have enough time. I had a lot of questions that people
Well,
were
he
asking.
said he's going to come back.
Yeah, we got to get him back. So anyway, we got to get ready to get out of here, you guys. What time is it? Let's do a check.
We over
It's time
time.
for us to wrap it. All right, we got to get out of here. Kicking us out the studio, y'all. But thanks for all of our guests. We had some amazing guests.
Yes,
thanks
we
to
did.
all of them for being a part of Spotlight Over the City.
Monique and Jimani.
Thanks to our crew. Thanks to the whole crew that's
Yes.
waving me to these different cameras and stuff, saying this and that and the third. Thank you guys. Mighty Mouse, Fran, everybody in the building. Justin, what's my man? Paul Wall, everybody that's in the building. We appreciate you guys. We got to get out of here, but before we go, we always like to say, love hard, live good, God first. Spotlight Over the City.
Woo!